welcome back. It is Shy and Zakara here. If you're new here, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and please comment, like and subscribe. And if you're returning, hey, how are you? This is a new video for you guys. It is a 3-part series actually. It's the colouring of this hair. So it'll be a 3-part series, as I want it to get lighter than this. I want it to be like blonde, beachy vibes. So I will be doing that with my honest review and opinion on this hair, being that I spent my money and I bought this hair by myself. I didn't get any sponsorships or anything like that. You know, you're going up in it. But yeah, so stay tuned. So the initial review on this hair is really good. The hair is so soft. I can run my fingers through it even after I just curled it. The curls hold for quite a while. The frontal is a 13/6, so I can part it all the way back to the middle of my head, which is really good because it allows you to have it up, you can have it down, you can have it however you want it. Yeah, I just thought I wanted to go a bit blonde, you know? Why not? The bundles are from Tinashe hair. They're really soft. I always trust Tinashe hair's hair. I've always like bought it, but I probably will start using other people because branch out in it. The frontal is from beautyloungehair on Instagram. I got a transparent lace frontal, and the lace is really thin, as you can see, and it blends right in with my skin. I can only get transparent frontals because I find that normal brown frontals are too dark for me and they don't blend, they just look fake, and I'm just there like, oh, you can see my wig. Like, girls, if you wear wigs, I know you understand this. If your frontal isn't blended, like, you know when people are talking to you and they're like looking up, I hate that because you're just like looking at my wig, like, stop it. But yeah, the shipping on the bundles was so quick. It took 5 days because I ordered it on a Friday, so the 2 days were like the weekend, which was standard. But yeah, the bundles came in 5 days. The frontal, however, it took a month to come, and I was really confused because the vendor who shipped the frontal is actually in London, so I was just really confused. I was like, why is it taking a month to come literally from East London? Like, I don't live that far from East London. It's like Royal Mail's quite good these days, so I was so confused. Like, there wasn't really many updates on the frontal. I didn't get a tracking number. I just got like a notification saying it was shipped. I messaged the owner 2 weeks later to say that the shipping is taking kind of long. I asked if they want me to collect it from the shop, but she said no, which is fine because I did pay for the shipping and everything, understandable. But it did take really long, so I suggest if you do want to like use the hair, buy it a month before you want it, because it does take really long. But it takes away from the hair because the hair is really good. Like, it's the best frontal I've had in my life. The lace is super thin, the hair is super good quality, like it blends in with your skin tone, so it's just really good. But the frontal lets it down. Like, the shipping, I'm not someone that likes to wait for my stuff once I've ordered it, so yeah. But other than that, it's really good. The colour, the first colour I've got is okay. If you just want brown, then you can stop at this process, but if you do want it lighter, then continue to watch the series as it goes along. Into the dyeing process.
Hey guys, so for this you're going to need a wig, you're going to need some aluminium foil, you're going to need some clips, a bleaching pot and brush, you're going to need some bleaching powder, and then you're going to need some peroxide. I have 30 and 40 volume. You're also going to need some hair dyes. I got a golden honey colour and a light blonde colour. And you're also going to need some gloves to protect your skin. So start off by first sectioning the hair. Section it into 3 or 4 just so you can work with smaller parts and focus on the parts more, and that you know, it's all even. Get the bleaching powder and put some into the bowl. I usually eyeball it, but you can put like maybe 2 or 3 cups in there if you're measuring, and then I use maybe 1.5 cup of peroxide. In here I'm using the 30 volume. You can eyeball it and mix it until it's nice smooth. Usually you want it not as thick as you would when you're bleaching your frontal, so maybe a little bit more runny, but not too runny that it will just go everywhere.
So once that's done and it's at a consistency that you want it, grab the section of the hair that you left out and brush it through first before you apply the bleach. After, get the bleach with the mixed bleaching powder and peroxide and just layer it on, starting at the bottom, because if you want that ombre effect you do want the bottom to be lighter, and then make your way up and just make sure you coat it nicely so that everything is evenly coated. After, you get the aluminium foil and you wrap it around it, but here as you can see I'm like sort of massaging it in and then feathering it at the top and brushing it through. Always make sure that you wear gloves because peroxide and bleach is harmful to the skin and it does start to itch the skin. Trust me, I've been there when I thought to myself, oh, why did I use gloves? So please make sure you use gloves when you're doing this. So once you've done that to the whole section, brush out the hair again with the same brush and then get the aluminium foil, shiny side facing the hair, and then you wrap it around the hair until you have covered all of the hair. This just helps the process of it dyeing and lifting the colour. And do the same with the next sections.
So to get those two little highlights in the front when you have a middle parting, what I did is I sectioned them off in the frontal before I did the rest of the frontal and bleached those first. I put them in their own individual foil rather than putting in the rest because they have been processed first and they are going to bleach faster, as I used 40 developer on those. So it's just to section it out and make sure that those bleach faster than the rest. So when it comes to the frontal, you want to get like a pintail comb or whatever you have and section it out as if you are parting the hair back, and then do it in sections just like that. So again, starting at the bottom with the bleach and making your way up to the top and feathering it at the top just so that it has that nice ombre effect. When you are parting it, make sure your partings aren't too big. Usually some people put foil in between so it doesn't process the other bits of the hair, but because I wanted them to get like a nice even sort of fade, I didn't really put foil in between them. I just did it in sections of half, so I halved the hair and put foil on that way. So once you've done this to the whole head, leave it to process for about maybe 30 minutes. I think I did 30. You can do anywhere between 25 and 35. When rinsing it out, make sure you use a purple shampoo. I couldn't get the True Light shampoo, so I just got a touch of silver. I believe it was from Superdrug, but they sell it in Superdrug, Boots and Savers. Once you've done that, rinse the hair out first. It's okay to touch it with your hands as long as the water's gone in it because it does stop the bleaching process. Then rinse it with the purple shampoo. Make sure you use a lot. It's not going to dye the hair purple. Make sure you lather it all the way through and massage it through the hair just to make sure that the hair is clean. But also what the purple shampoo does is it gets rid of brassy tones. So this just helps to stop it from being like a brassy brown rather than a nice golden brown, which we ended up with. Once you've finished with the hair and washed all of the shampoo out, you can either air dry it overnight or blow dry it. I blow dried it because I was trying to wear it the same day, but it is better if you air dry it. So here's the hair dye I use. The first one, it's Cream of Nature in C42. You just cut off the top and add the dye into the peroxide, I think it is. Then they have an extra sort of bleaching powder if you want it to be lighter. I added that and still didn't really make it too light, but it made it light enough. Then after that, you just shake it and it should all come together. So the second bleach I use is Dark and Lovely in the shade 378. It's more of a honey blonde colour. I think this is probably what made it darker, but when I dye it again in the next series it should lift. So again, you just do the same thing, you add one bottle to the other. It does come with instructions and gloves, so please make sure you take advantage of them. And again, you just shake the bottle and then it does come together. once you've done that, get the lightest dye. I used it just on the front pieces. So the bit of the frontal that you want to be lighter than the rest, I just used that bit on first. And I sort of just spread it around where you sort of see where the hair's naturally gone lighter anyway. So in terms of doing it on the rest of the hair, you just sort of alternate between where you can see that the hair's naturally gone lighter or where the hair's like got darker tones to it, and sort of just try to emphasize that with the hair dye. So use like the darker shade maybe on the darker tones and the lighter shade on the lighter tones, just to bring it out more. Then like when you feel like you've done that, you can just go in again with it and then just do it until you're happy. Not every single hair is going to come out the same, obviously, because it will lift lighter in different places, but you should still get the same sort of look. As you can see, I've just been alternating it between the lighter and darker colours. You just do it where you feel and where like you can see that the hair's naturally got lighter or naturally got like the low lights. Once you've done this, leave it to process for about, again, 30 minutes, maybe 40. And you can put foil on it if you want. I didn't really put foil on it, I just let it do its thing. And then after that, wash it with the purple shampoo and to get rid of the brassy tones, and then you can leave it to air dry again or blow dry it again.
Thank you guys for watching my video, I really appreciate it. If you please like, comment and subscribe, I'd be really grateful. And also, please stay tuned for the rest of the 3-part series, because you might just want to dye your hair the same colour. So yeah, see you, bye.